Hello everybody, welcome back to my channels, and today I'm going to show you the new transformer from the 30. So this is the DLX line made of die-cast skeleton with a plastic surface, and this is the Optimus Prime for the Transformer The Last Night, directed by the Michael Bay. So yeah, I'm very excited to have this one in my collection, so because I really like the design of the Optimus Prime, and I like the original G1 designs and other Transformer Optimus design as well, but I think this is the one of the coolest looks ever, in my opinion. So I was so excited to have this, and in fact I was so keen to have this one from the when it came out. I went with the only Comic Cave version, and that was such a mistake. And the reason why is the figure is not a problem. The figure is awesome, and when it came out, it's just that Comic Cave don't make it anymore. So when you buy them, even though they said it's a reissues and stuff like that, don't fall for it, please, because they are actually not good anymore, because they're very old stock, and then they have loads of loose joint, paint rush, paint or oxidized, and it just all messed up really. And then they try to sell it for good as new apparently, but they are not true. And because I got this one from the Chinese seller from the eBays, and the guy had a 3 different store called Yi, Brian, and also the Dragons Toys or whatever, and they are really not that good. And the guy sent me that this is new and stuff, but I said, come on man, that's not true, is it? So I can tell that I have so many figures in my collection. I know what is new, what is weathering effects, whether this is a paint rush and stuff. I know everything about these things. I own not just one figure, I own several expensive figures. So anyway, so yeah, don't go for it, and then don't buy those ones. And they're still expensive, even though they are selling it for £200 or whatever, plus the shipping cost, and you're talking over £350 to get to UK. So yeah, definitely not worth it. Instead, I recommend you to go with this 30 figures. They're really good. You got no problem whatsoever. Brand new, came out from the factory. It's just good as as you can see here. It's just perfect. Anyway, so it comes with quite a lot of accessories. So you got a few pairs of hands, and you got relaxed hand as well, and you got also another relaxed hand style as well. So you got quite a few hands. And also what I really like is that they improved the hand design. So this is where the sole handling, but the sole is too big. So what you do is that you don't have to force it to push it in, and the way they design is that they can make this thumb to move away, and then you can slide it in there and then just close the thumbs back, which is really cool engineering. And you got all this cover here to have these blue plastic parts to cover it actually. And then you also have spares mouth guard as well, so you can actually change it if you want to, and you can have either the one that I have on the figures, or you can have this one as well. And then you got all the obviously other little connector that can actually swap out and then replace to have where you want to hold your shields and stuff like that. Anyway, so let's take a closer look on the guy. The guy is amazing. This is nice and heavy, but it's not heavy as the previous 30 release, I have to say. This is about what I will measure it in weight, but in my hand I can tell you that this is around about 700 grams probably. But the previous 30 Optimus Prime was nearly a kilo, so that was heavier than this guy. I don't know why it's lighter in this one. Maybe they reduce the contents or die cast, or I have no clue. But anyway, so let's start with the accessory here. So you can see the sole is amazing. You got Cybertronian detail on the sole. It's quite long as well. You can see it's really long, and you can see with my hands, and it's actually the size of the sole is a lot bigger than my actual hands really. So, and then you got all the little details here as well on the handles, which is absolutely beautiful. It's so much to look at here. It's incredible, so all the details, all the intricacies, and it's just unbelievable. You got rose gold, you got yellow gold, you got silver part, blue part, red part, weathering effects, paint jobs, everything is just so much to look at. It's a lot going on here. And then you can see all these pieces are actually soft rubber. You can actually move around a little bit, it's no problem. and you got all the Cybertronian on the feet as well. In the Comic K version, this will actually trim into the actual die-cast piece, but in this one it's just painted. But nevertheless, it still looks really cool to me. I mean, I'm really not fussing about any of those stuff. It looks really cool enough. The engineering and all the detail is absolutely spot on. And if you talk about the CGI, that detail, this is exact replica of the CGI from the on-screen printed on the figure format. Basically, it is that really is detail. It's really impressive. Obviously, these figure don't transform. Now the 30 DLX line can actually transform, but if you're looking for detail, precise articulations and engineering and stuff, then these guys are really is the one. Right, let's look at the shield. So let's take out the shields here, and you can actually put the soles in there. That's why I put this connector here, and you can see the weathering effects on the shield is also really nice and really detailed. I'm very happy with that. And yeah, so there is absolutely no problem here. Look at the back here as well. See that you got smoke chimneys and all this stuff here is really nice detail, and all the depth here as well on the whole. This is nice. So yeah, I'm very happy with that. So if I crouch down, this is one of the 30 unique features. You can see that when you crouch down, you can see all the spine show up. When you actually bend back, and it kind of like tucked away and hidden away, but when you crouch down, you can reveal all these spines and everything, which is really nice. And all these little pieces can move and articulate, and you can move it away to when you're articulating, so it doesn't clash with other pieces. So much thought and engineering process going on in these figures, really. And I paid for about what 200. Not 200, not even that actually. It's about 180 pounds, something like that, from a UK seller from the called Kapow Toys, and they sell these 30 figure at a reasonable price. So I work out all the shipping costs and stuff directly from 30 or the Try Wonderland or any other ShowZ or Bombast Bees or whichever website that you want to go for, and they all have these figures really, and they all are selling about similar price. From the UK, I mean, if it's only about 10-20 pound different, it's no point. I might as well get it from a UK seller and try to encourage the local businesses and stuff rather than importing from the abroad. But yeah, so there we are. Anyway, so this is really nice figure, and you got a dagger as well, so you can take this dagger out if you want, and then instead you can replace with a shield instead in this hole. If you think this is a kind of like ugly, obviously you can replace with that whole piece as well. And there we are. So this is where the shield can go with this connector. So this is a piece that you can put it in, and then you can put your shoes in here. So there we are. So at the moment I just keep that dagger here, and then put the shields in the back. So obviously articulation is amazing. You don't have to worry about all the problem with articulation with 30. You don't have this issue. So there we are. If they can manage to do the hot buster to a 3-point landing pose, you don't have to worry about the rest of the DLX line here. So there we are. So anyway, so this is a mouse guard that you can replace it. So you got current one, and then you have this one as well, whichever one you prefer. And you got LED lighter point on the head as well. Unfortunately, I don't have a battery that goes with it, and all my battery, my son play with it, so he just used up all the battery now, so they're all flat now, so I can't actually show it, but you just have to press this button to turn on the blue light. So there we are. And also you got some marking on the stuff here as well. I don't know what they mean. It's probably Cybertronian symbols and stuff like that, I suppose, but it is really nice. And also on the waist you got so much to look at. Basically this is not a boring figure, there's so much to look at. Everywhere you look at is so much detail. It's just insane. So you can also obviously crowd band down, and you can see how much articulation you can do. So if I give you that ideas, and also and the hand can also go around. So if you want to do that like this, you can see that how much range you can do here. And obviously the bicep can actually swivel, butterfly joints, double ball joints, and all kind of typical articulation that you can always imagine from everywhere. So you got all the little pieces can actually move away as well, and you just have to be careful not to damage your thing when you are trying to articulate. So just be careful with it. So I'm not gonna do too much articulation here because I like the way it is. I don't want to break any pieces here. I just like to keep it like this. And sometimes I change the poses and stuff from time to time, but for now this is how I'm gonna lay it out. And yeah, so it is really nice figures. I'm really pleased with it. So if you're looking for this one, definitely go for it. Definitely recommend 30 figures, and absolutely no problem. You're not gonna regret it as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, so here we are. Anyway, so let me show you the comparison and also the weight and all the stuff. So let me put this one down. You don't have the to worry about dynamic stand and stuff like that, because this one really don't need it. It's kind of nice and steady as well, so you can see. So here we are. So here is the original Optimus Prime, and they are about the same height, I will say. You know, absolutely the same height. And if I show you the last night Bumblebee as well, so here we are. So if I show you that side by side, and you can see that how well they all looks together on the shelf. So I'm absolutely happy with both of these guys, you know. So yay. I'm loving my 30 collection line here, and they are making a new one as well called the Megatron, but unfortunately I'm not really sure about this Megatron design, so I'm still debating about it, whether I should pre-order or just leave it and let it go. But as far as I'm concerned, the rest of the lines here is absolutely beautiful. It's just the Megatron, that particular look is not really my type, really. So, but I really like to see the last night Megatron, and I like that looks. And they have this on a premium line. I want to get that as well, but unfortunately they haven't made it on the DLX line yet. So I'm waiting and hoping that they actually do that Megatron on the last night. So that would be awesome. It can actually go with these 3 guys together or attacking Megatron. So anyway, so let me measure this guy up. So the weight here is 765 grams actually. So this is actually, as I thought, it's about 700 grams or so. So the original one is about 950 grams. So it's definitely heavier. All right, so there we are. Anyway, so thanks for watching. I hope that this video is helpful to make up your decision to buy these figures. So yeah, anyways, I'll see you in the next video, and cheers.